Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Mystic Moons. Today, we're going to talk about contacting the energy for criminal psychic investigation into murder. Murder is a nasty, nasty topic. And even worse for those who are affected by murder. We all are affected by the death of anyone, someone, people we don't know. To snuff a life is a crime morally and legally, against our hearts and against society. And sometimes these celebrity people that are known, but you don't really know them. You know their face, you know their names, and what they do. And when they create a crime, it is, as you could say, hot news, bad news, creepy news. Now we've all heard, there's a case going on right now. It's with rapper D4vd, otherwise known as David Anthony Burke, and the murder of a 14-year-old girl, Celeste Rivas. Now, Celeste Rivas, poor thing. I can send my condolences to the family, to her friends, to all who knew her, because she's in the past tense now. And something we should understand is the fact that this child has not received the attention that she should have. Now, there's a lot of coincidences in the death of this child. And she is a child, even though it's been reported she's 15. She's actually has been missing and dead since her body was discovered September the 8th or 9th of this year, 2025. But yet she's been dead since April or May. And the circumstances are beyond creepy. And you would think, okay, so this is a Latino girl, and nobody's paying attention to the fact that her accuser, who is not a white guy, but an African American, you could say that, oh, it's just those people. However, let's not be so crash, so unempathetic, and so full of stereotype statistics. To look deeper into this unpleasantness, onto this passing of a little schoolgirl who has somehow her life has not had value to be able to not have prosecution, not having any legal or emotional retribution. In fact, she's been distorted. How many people do you know? How many people can you even think of that they age even in death? That would make certain people who have died centuries ago be X amount of years, thousands and thousands of years old, right? But yet, it doesn't happen. But yet Celeste has been told to be 15 when she has not had 15 because she was discovered the day after her birthday, which was the 7th of September. Every September, she aged another year. But somehow in Celeste Rivas' case, she's been aging while she's been dead. It doesn't make any sense, does it? There's a lot of things in this case of a child girlfriend of D4vd. Now, I've never heard of this man before. Have you? Or maybe you have. But everyone has now heard of him, of the circumstances. In fact, he's making big money, more money than he has made before. People have listened to his songs. They know he's a rapper, he's this, he's that, and he's so untouchable. So he's such a financial success that he can't even be questioned. He's not cooperating. And they say, so what? It's his right not to cooperate. Now, you or I or anyone we know who was even the slightest bit connected with dismemberment, the body in a body dismembered, she was dismembered, She was reportedly, from a source said, in 3 body bags, one with head and arms, one with legs, and another with a torso. Isn't that creepy? But yet this boyfriend, this adult boyfriend of this elementary school child has not been put in jail, has not even been questioned. He's a suspect finally, as of a couple weeks ago, but that is questionable. Now, we don't know if she was OD'd, a drug overdose. But even if you do a child and you give them drugs, doesn't that make you manslaughter or murder in the 2nd degree? Something like that? And why was she dismembered? And how's this guy from obscurity picked up, living in a mansion that he spends like $20K a month living at, that he's not really living at, and he has his friends? Why is he so untouchable? Why? Is he doing the good work? Obviously, he's doing the good work. I mean, not the good work that you or I would consider good, but good enough to escape the consequences of his girlfriend. Head chopped off, arms chopped off. And then the stories you heard in the paper, the frozen girl, the frozen body parts. Now, but the car has been sitting in the driveway for quite some time, and the body was already 6+ months old, decomposing. Now, when they say frozen, you don't stay frozen in California, in the heat of California, especially through the summer. And how can you say frozen body parts? And then the owner of the house, the rental of the mansion, said, it can't be in the freezer, my freezer, because we have shelves. Now, have you or I ever had a refrigerator that you could not dismantle the shelves? That's part of called cleaning. Even if you don't clean yourself, when you buy something, who would ever buy? It doesn't happen. I mean, let's not even go there. But I mean, all these things. And then the secrecy. Now, it makes you think of, what is California? What is the music business? What is Hollywood? Remember, Hollywood is used in ceremonies, are used in rituals, demonic rituals. And this is demonic. And then two, if you know anything about Anthony Burke, otherwise known as D4vd, he is a creepy person. His top single is called Romantic Homicide. Romantic Homicide. That's a satirical laugh, not a funny laugh. Now, if he sells blood, and his site, he has blood spattered t-shirts, even on stage that he has been in, promoting his withered tour. Withered. Isn't her body parts also withered? He has a casket up there. A casket. So let's start diving into this. Why? I mean, he's a creepy person. And don't they have rules too if you're dating, sexually dating? Oh, let's not even, wait, yes, let's go there. A 13-year-old, they started a relationship. It's been online, documented, when she was 11. And what grade is that? Let's say you're 7 years old in first grade, 7, 8. Second grade is 8, 9. Third grade is 9, 10. Fourth grade is 10, 11. A fourth grade. Okay, we have a fourth grader having a relationship with a teenage boy, 17, 18, something like that. Now, there's a lot of parental question marks we have here. And we also have a lot of like, why does this rapper like kids? Like kids. And who is his sponsor? Who is his sponsors? Powerful, powerful people. And it's also been noted that rappers are funded by CEOs of the prison systems. Now, prison systems, they're privately owned, right? It's big business in the United States, as elsewhere too. Now, the more people that you can, and you notice, I'm going somewhere with this. Rappers sing about violence. They use coarse language, and the whole thing is to a beat that makes you feel, okay, so I'm doing something. But isn't this what the investors of such music want the population to hear? They don't want them to hear about love, romance. No, they want to hear about street talk, violence, to instigate them to do certain things. Like if you hear tranquil music, you're apt to be more tranquil. If you hear agitation music, you're apt to be more agitated. And if you're singing the lyrics about like, why me, and the eroticism and the this and the that of American culture, you're apt to commit or to support gangster culture. Rap music, for the most part, is gangster talk. It's gangsters. And where do gangsters go when they get caught? When they get caught? To prison. The prison. All right. So we can, let's see now. D4vd. His connection with the death of Celeste, child girlfriend, Celeste. Now this is many questions in one question, but let's start getting something. We're using a vintage deck because we're dealing with some old school money bags who want that money, and they feel they got a population, they have customers, and it's connected with the drug trade too, because it's all connected. It's all, the negativity elements are all connected. Vice is, you're just not guilty of one vice. You have several vices. Now, so what else can we get a clue on this? We're asking basically, what are we asking? We're asking the connection between his girlfriend's death in little pieces and him and his lofty creepiness, his lofty homicide, making homicide romantic, blood of the innocents. Now, the first thing we get is the lovers. You see that? The lovers. All right. The relationship between D4vd, even D4vd. Now, we understand what that can mean. And Celeste, the child, lovers. But they were lovers. Okay, lovers. Child and an adult. This was not big brother, big sis type things. This was kinky. Justice. Now we're seeing what kind of justice system can be deployed. Notice it's not exactly without Masonic air to it, right? Masonic air. In other words, we could basically see justice for this case is there's more people involved than the rapper David, the rapper for D4vd. What are they hiding? And we have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords. What are they afraid of? It's so. What is the cops, the police of the area of California so afraid? What are they so afraid of? Whom they've been told to shut up. Don't talk, don't share, don't anything. Don't commit. Don't commit. I mean, you find a body in your trunk that's been sitting in front of the house you mortgage or you rent, your abode, and it's not your fault? Your girlfriend? Your child girlfriend? Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. The inconsistencies, trying to make coincidences. It's just a coincidence. Oh, there's nothing in life that's a coincidence. But why are they saying it's just a coincidence? Could the police department of that particular area, of that state, be involved in the unseen? The unseen? In some nefarious witchcraft? Black magic? Summoning of demons, interdimensional creatures that require some sort of sacrifice, was she a sacrifice victim? If she wasn't a sacrifice victim, no, she had OD'd, a little child, 14, 13, OD'd. Now, a real man, like, I mean, I would imagine, would just come up and admit and care for the past relationship. But if there's more involved, there's obviously more involved than rapper D4vd. Maybe he was procuring young children, doing a few things to make that money. Because he was not as hot, his music was not as hot as it is now. And then his music, romantic homicide. That is the creepiest title for anything. How can you just love to kill? Love to kill. Now his girlfriend, his child girlfriend, she loved it. She loved to wake up. She had a future ahead of her. She had a life ahead of her. She loved little Hello Kitty. In fact, her affection for Hello Kitty was even extended. David, Anthony Burke, his first demo was called Hello Kitty, that he dropped. Of course, he obliterated all the evidence, but it's on file if you dig it up. And then he changed the demo to the name Celeste. Now that's a coincidence, isn't it? That's a coincidence. I mean, there's so many coincidences as they're labeled as coincidences that it's, something's up. Something's up. The guy, he sells bloody t-shirts. He gets on stage with caskets. He has a single called Romantic Homicides. His child girlfriend, is dead. Queen of Cups, 2 queens, 6 of Wands, 6 of Wands. We have two stories here. We have the Justice and the Nine of Swords. Justice and the Nine of Swords, right? And the Lovers. Justice and the Nine of Swords and the Lovers. Right? And then we have 6 of Wands. And we have the queen, two queens, Queen of Swords and Queen of Cups. Are they trying to find an angle and make him come out like the hero? Are they trying to but how can he come out as a hero when he is a pedo dealing with elementary school children? That's why in the papers, these people are so powerful. That's why in the papers, they have her down as 15, because 15 sounds a lot better than 11 or 12 or 13. And this child, Celeste, has been missing for almost a year. And quiet. What has she been doing? Where has she been living? Now, there's cameras everywhere, and the fact that there's no record, there's no images, there's a few indiscreet or anonymous. I mean, you can't really tell because there's lots of people with curly hair. But why do we have this silence in this? Was she a victim of ritualistic decapitation, sacrifice? Was she a sacrifice? Now, we've all seen music videos of demons, blood slaying, drinking blood. I mean, that's nothing new for United States music culture. And for the atmosphere to be put in that we should be afraid. We should embrace our dark side. And music should have an edge. Music should not have an edge. It should not be tranquil. It should not be inspiring. No, it should be garish. It should be trashy. Was she a victim? Was Celeste a victim of ritualistic sacrifice? Ritualistic sacrifice. Was she? And if David was a wizard in training, or was he a step and fetch it? A step and fetch it. Her head was cut off. Her arms were cut off. And her body was so decomposed. They couldn't even take her fingerprints. They had her teeth, her mouth, nothing. They had to use DNA, probably from some hair, right? Now this is pretty gross. Dental records, yes, okay. Dental teeth does not decompose unless you smash it. Even when you're cremated, you have to take a hammer and smash the teeth. Okay. Now, yet all of this guy is allowed to walk freely. Look what we have here. Look what we have here. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the quiet, the secret society. We have here in this Nine of Cups, we have something that reflects an audience. What does a ritual have? They have a victim. They have a sacrifice. We do know that cannibalism exists, torture exists. And what's more torturous than to take a child that seems to be nobody cares about, nobody wants, and nobody will miss? But we do miss you. No life should be treated like trash in a garbage bag by her beloved boyfriend in his beloved car. Now, who doesn't like their car, right? Get a car. And a Tesla. Oh, but who just abandons it with a corpse of your girlfriend in it? This all doesn't make any sense unless it's an offering. An offering. Secret society, an audience, an offering. I take this this Knight of Cups and this Nine of Cups as an offering. And I take this Ace of Wands as a group, as a secret society group. You can ask yourself, is she going to get retribution? Is Anthony Burke, will he face criminal charges? He's more than suspicious. You can't have all those coincidences without having facts. Coincidences are facts. Why? Because he's scrubbed up? Because he's making money? Because he's the money machine? Now, even her brother, Celeste's brother, said the last time they saw her was when his sister Celeste, went to the movies with her boyfriend David, codename rapper D4vd. And the fact that we've known each other since she was 11 years old. Now, you know, a woman who is 21, 31, etc., would not be caught dead or alive in the company of something that would put herself in danger like that unless she was drugged. Whereas a child, you could promise them the lollipop. A fourth grader? Come on. It's easy. It's easy. In fact, Celeste has been reported missing since February of 2024. There's so many coincidences. There's so many crimes. There's so many angles. But will rapper David Anthony Burke, will he be indicted for murder for Celeste? The child girlfriend. Will he be? And even too, we must say that when he had his music videos, David played the killer and the victim. He even had his body dragged to the trunk of a car. No. What does it say? People make songs, they write poems, they do artwork, things that they're familiar with, and they know. How much more evidence? He did a crime. He was part of a crime. And was he the only one? Probably not. But will he be indicted? Because these coincidences, in this case, there's more than a dozen coincidences. Without saying, with him not even in jail, running free, refusing to cooperate. Now, if I had all those, you and I had all those coincidences, well, if we were innocent, we'd make sure that we were cooperating, because we wouldn't want to be chumped in to all these circumstances. Because either he's being set up. You and I would think we were being set up, but oh no, he's just lay low. Let his legal team take care of it. And so he has lots of money, and he's making more money because he did the crime to a child, and he's getting away with it. He's been out for almost 3 months. 3 months. Not even a flight risk. Who's protecting him? But is that protection growing thinner and thinner and thinner? Now, I'm looking at the back of these particular cards. Will he be involved? Will he be criminally? Will he be indicted? Will he be indicted for the death of a child girlfriend? Will he be indicted? I'm reading the backs of these. Will he be indicted for the murder of Celeste Rivas? Celeste. Will he be indicted? Will he be indicted, or will he just be rewarded for his work? And was she a victim of ritualistic abuse? That's 2 questions, isn't it? Well, let's see what we got. The first one we got is the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords I would take to be, in this case, it's more than one person. More than one person. And who are they going to pin all this on, of those people involved? How can they make this a win-win situation? This is a battlefield of who to pin it on and who. The whole world is looking at that particular case in that particular area, thinking, how can so many bumbleheads, idiots, connivers, racketeers be involved in this hideous, heinous mutilation, murder of a young life, a young girl? And they're hoping, oh, these are just like Black and Hispanic people. No. We're saying, don't even go there. Don't even go there with that separatist, callous, racist bullshit. Don't even go there, because we're not falling for those people this time, because it's bigger, something very evil. The Knight of Cups again. There's strength in their numbers. This involves a number of people who feel they have the energy and the money and the power and the influence and the corruption to go all the way. All the way where? All the way where? Where are they going with this? Tell me. Tell me, where are they going with this filth? This maniacal crime? The Emperor? Now, who could that be? Who could that be? Could this be the biggest controller? Corporations. What corporation? Corporate head of it's obviously the music business. It's obviously someone in the music business. Marketing has told or has geared this towards more than just, let's say, a beat, a sound to persuade the drugged up, doped up, drunk followers to cash in the prison system, cash. More money in tough times. And this is what gangster. This is not Venezuela. This is here in the mainland of USA, West Coast, beyond the influence. I would even take, okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have, is David going to be indicted? Is David going to be indicted for the murder of child girlfriend Celeste Rivas? Now, when we have the Wheel of Fortune, we can say that this could be not just the rainbow of cash. At the end of the rainbow, there's a pot of cash, pot of gold. No, I would say this is affirmation. This is yes. The blame must be put, and he's not going down alone, though. Oh, no. But he is going to be arraigned. He is going to be indicted. He is going to be indicted. can't hold out much longer. Even though the forces behind him are influential, big-time corporation who could give this little 20-year-old boy man, psychopathic murderer who fantasizes about blood and death and cadavers, a mansion to live in, a stage, an audience, all for the fame of it. It smells, doesn't it? It smells. It doesn't smell like long life, does it? It smells. Little pedo, boy man, murderer. Pedos, grown men that love children. It's a different breed of character, the deficit. Psychopath. A psychopathic adult who preys on children. What purpose? A child can be easily impressed. Easily impressed. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think that they're fishing for cover-ups, fishing for a target? How many people were involved? How many people were involved? That's easy. How many people were involved? Let's see. How many people were involved in this murder? In this treacherous murder? Now, he did have help because he's not the biggest guy, muscular-wise, body mass-wise. He's not the biggest guy. And he also had help. I mean, he probably couldn't even walk around the corner without having someone to guide him. It was manager, his lawyer, his team, right? His team. How many people were involved? How many people? I get an energy reading on that one. It's hard to even say. This is more than just David, more than just rapper for D4vd, and we all know what VD stands for. But in this case, let's not even go there. We're dealing with a child. We're dealing with a child a misguided child, misguided. And the system failed her, and the system is failing her in death, trivializing her life existence, her spark of what she could have been. As women, a child girl, a child woman, a child. She's not even a woman, she's a child, not even a teen. Okay, so she was a teeny bopper, a child, 11 years old, being involved with a man, a teenager, 17, 18 years old, 12 years old, dead at 13. Dead spiritually, future, 14 years old, they found her corpse. And then the obvious suspect, tip of the iceberg, David, rapper. In his homicidal, romanticizing, vampire, lust of blood. Yes, there's other people involved in this, obviously. Otherwise, he would have been thrown in the clink months ago. This is a test of American values, American strength, and what kind of society we want to live in. A test of all these things. It's not just a little child has been killed, mutilated. It's a test of a lot and where we stand as a society. So I say yes, he will be indicted. But who else is he going to drag with him? There are others. And they're pulling straws as to see who else will go down with Anthony Burke. But in the meantime, that spigot, that money spigot, they're ramping that up. They don't want to lose it. Think about the people that follow and give money to that system. The zombies. Are we going to wake up to where these things are done and who does what? Or are we going to let this child victim, just one of those things? One of those things. Will the police department, the legal system in that area of California man up, get enough balls, have some integrity? That's to be seen. That's to be seen. They wouldn't be taking this long if they weren't trying to make a cover-up of some sort. That's one thing we know. Well, I like your comments, please. What do you think? What do you think? Little girlfriend covered up to be child girlfriend, being aged after she's already deceased for like 6-7 months, missing for a year, cut up in little pieces. Cut up in little pieces. Little pieces. Can you imagine? And there's marks on the bones of the body, the decomposed flesh. Cutting up your girlfriend, cutting up your former loved one. Oh, that's dark. Very dark. Very dark. And scary. That something like that nastiness is allowed to thrive in our culture. Thrive and make money. And we feel intimidated, you or I, without having much in wealth. That we go, oh, this is our champion. This is something to be, wow, look what he has. Look where he lives. Look how much money he makes. Look at his sounds. Emptiness. There's an emptiness that we allow this to go another day, another week, without retribution. This Queen of Cups is our consciousness. I'm going to leave this topic. We'll come back to it again. But so far, it seems as though something's going to happen to him. And he is the tip. He's not alone in this. Are they trying to get more people? They can work faster than this, can't they? There's not 1 million people being chopped up in little pieces and stuffed in trunks, cars, decaying, rotting. Anyway, let's get off this subject for a while. Well, until the next time, thank you for listening. This is a dark moment. A dark moment. Until the next time, Mystic Moons is out. Bye-bye.